Spark the brain, 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 spark the brain. We here. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. It's the third round RPB. I don't know if they ready for this one, man. You gotta switch it up on them a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we callin' hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as you play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God mantra album. I hope y'all feel this. Spark the brain, 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 spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. My mind is spark the brain, spark the brain.
The masters, the masters, the masters, the masters.
Peace. This is the Black Dot, father, author, writer, poet, MC, one half of the dynamic duo, the #1 father and son podcast, Urban X TV. I am super excited about the new release, The Master's Table, by Sincere Love the God and RP Beats. This album is going to be crazy. It's the follow-up to The Spear and The Shield. Already know what time it is. It's got some dope pieces on it. You're going to love it. Also on the album is yours truly, The Black Dot. So you want to go to the Masters RSVP and secure your copy now. They got a bundle package. You get a backdrop, you get a poster, you get the digital download, you get the physical copy, you get a hoodie. The whole process is really crazy. So RSVP to Masters RSVP, and you can get that dope album, I Sincere Love the God and RP Beats, The Master's Table. You will never be disappointed at how dope this project is going to be. Peace.
Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we callin' hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as you play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God mantra album. I hope y'all feel this.
Peace, God.
Hey, Dad. He's so good.
Hey, man, I got you a new book.
A new book?
Check it out. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. I'll be back. Man, this Bitcoin, this Ethereum ain't doing nothing for me right now. Gotta find some new investments.
Peace, God. What you doing?
Peace, God. Good.
I think this book is kind of inappropriate.
Inappropriate? What's up with it?
It's inappropriate because look at these.
LGBT. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that, God.
I accept your apology.
Man, it's a shame, man. You can't even find no decent books for you nowadays without having to have these difficult conversations.
I have an idea. Maybe we should make a series of our own book.
A book series? That is a good idea.
7 volumes.
7. I get it. 7 volumes. What should we call it?
7 the Super Hey Rule.
7 the Perfect. 7 the Super Hey Rule.
And then maybe we could even make some bundles of it once we get to volume 3.
Oh, see, now you're thinking like a businessman. I like that idea, man. A foundational Black American children's series.
Perfect.
Visit www.godcastbooks.com and pre-order your book today.
Do for self or suffer the consequences. The wisdom of Elijah's inside of the conscientious. So I move.
There it is.
There it is. I love our little ad. It's just so cute.
Hey. Yes,
Just
indeed.
so
Yes,
cute.
indeed. We did that.
We did it. That was so
We
cute.
did that.
And Seven performed like he did so good. Like he a natural. I'm telling you, my little nephew a natural.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, he love it. He be asking me, how many views we got on my ad?
Right.
How many views we got on my ad, Dad? Better make sure y'all share our ad, man. Get my son views up, man. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the So Us Show, man. Good to see you, brother. That's ABS alumni right there. Hey. Shout out to brother Paris LaShawn in the building. How's the campaign going, King? Peace, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God, Sincere Love, and this is my lovely co-host, nyctegur.
Still having a bad hair week, y'all. Still ain't got my hair did. I'm telling you, these stylists.
Oh, what's going on with the stylists out there, man? They
like I'm over here hitting them up, like, hey, do you have any openings? Because some of them have websites, some of them don't. Yeah, like ain't even responding and stuff. Like, but my daughter has a high school friend that's local to me. She just did my daughter's hair last week. Fire, so I'm gonna hit her, and I should get my hair done this week.
Okay. Somebody you trust?
Yeah, well, she did my daughter's hair as bomb, so I trust her.
No doubt. I just did a live the other day, man, talking about barber prices. I've been seeing a lot of people online complaining about barbers raising the prices on them and all of that, man. I had to
rent going up.
Right, everything going up.
Yeah.
Everything
eggs. Going up. If eggs going up, what y'all think?
You know what I'm saying? Word up. Y'all expect to pay the same price for your haircut forever. They like, well, you giving me the same haircut. Like, well, you're getting the same eggs.
Right. Right.
You're getting the same gas. You're putting the same gas in your car. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we got to stay in business, man. We got to keep up with inflation and everything else too. Our rent goes up. The price of our supplies and everything like that goes up. We got to be able to keep up and make a living, man. You know what I mean? And like I was saying on the broadcast, 9 times out of 10, whoever cuts your hair, you've been going to them for years. And your barber is not just your barber. Like, y'all got more of a relationship than just some nigga that cuts my hair. And so you should want to see him do well. You should want to see him, strive.
Exactly.
Let's strive to thrive.
Exactly. But your ass, complain about those eggs going up, but you buying them.
Okay. Some Killmonger choosing up. Shoot your shot, Killmonger.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Said not as good as I thought. I'm still waiting to see if I made
the ballot or not. Okay.
Let us know. Keep us posted. What's going on with the FBA out there in Denver? Man? Y'all not supporting the brother? You know what I mean? He stood tall when he came on here. I'll say that. He stood tall when he came on here.
Absolutely.
We asked all the tough questions. He was on point. Wasn't no stuttering and stammering and explaining and all that. So, FBA is out there in Denver. Y'all need to support our brother. Y'all gonna get another redneck up in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? dealing with all these home issues and all of that stuff he was telling us going on out there, just like we're seeing in most of the cities around the country.
LA.
New York. Atlanta.
All of them. Atlanta, speaking of, it's turned up.
All right.
Atlanta been turned up. We'll talk about that, though. We'll talk about it, but oh, Lord.
Right. Yeah, but first, I want to talk about not too many tunes out here. Did you mean to write coons? Because I got this pulled up already. I wanted to talk about the head coach down there in Bethune-Cookman, HBCU Bethune-Cookman. Mm-hmm. They just got rid of their head coach. He's another former NFL player, I think. And he did a broadcast talking about a lot of the nonsense that be going on with the administration and all that down there, how they be going through a lot of nonsense, man, trying to run their program. And then they try to throw him under the bus and say that he was leaving when he wasn't trying to leave.
Okay, I did.
So this brother's name is Ed Reed. He's an NFL Hall of Famer. He will not be the next head coach at Bethune-Cookman after negotiations failed to ratify his contract. And I got a client that played for Bethune-Cookman. And one of the barbers that used to work at the shop, he went to that school too. So it says in late December, the university announced an agreement in principle with Reed to be the head coach of the program after the Wildcats went 2-9 in 2022. But Saturday morning, Reed released a statement saying that he couldn't make things work at Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman University has been working with my legal team to craft contract terms with the language and resources we knew were needed to build a successful football program, Reed wrote. It is my desire to not only coach football, but to be an agent of change that most people just talk about being. However, after weeks of negotiations, I've been informed that the university won't be ratifying my contract and won't make good on the agreement we had in principle, which had provisions and resources best needed to support the student athletes. Reed took to Instagram Saturday morning, unleashing a rant against the university, saying he's been forced out while addressing the team. He was upset. Let me see if they got that video on here. Here it goes.
He's tired.
Yeah, he was pissed off. Can y'all see it?
I can, yes.
All right, let me play that. Yeah, this. I mean, we should be good on this. This is on social media.
Okay.
What we started doing, young man. Yeah, I cursed. And y'all done heard curse words before. They got parents in here. And no, I don't want to leave. And like I told you, I want all these recruits. But they got some corrupt people in this world, some evil people that don't care about kids like I do. So I want y'all to hear the truth from me. I ain't withdrawing my name. I got the receipts. They got all kinds of stuff going on around here, hoarding these buildings with nothing but trash in them. You understand me? And Dion was right. And I know I'm right. And they got some people in here who be snitching to their ass. And I work amongst Judas as Jesus walked with him. And I ain't have a problem with it. Because even Jesus prevailed. Sir. And what God got for you, no man can take. Sir.
And so it was more to it before that. But this is Fox website. They put this clip on. So they just wanted to show when he got turned up. Oh, and look who posted it too. I'm looking at it's the one of the head
Sambo. Yeah, Sambo and Chief.
Right. Emmanuel Ocho. This dude be cooning it up crazy. And so yeah, they chose to just post that part when he got a little turned up. But he was passionate, you know what I'm saying? He spoke passionately about it, but the whole clip wasn't like that. He was speaking calm, he was articulating himself and talking about the real issues that's going on down there. And
sounds
even
like his name is Dion.
I guess while he was live, Dion had hopped on the live and was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Hold your head, man. It's all good. I know what you're going through. You know, I know where your heart at. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, they showed love and respect to each other and all of that. And it seemed to me like Dion probably going to try to pull some strings for him and make sure that he good. But his main concern really was to get things right at that school for them kids. because he said the facilities is run down, the fields is all toe up, like it's not up to par, like damn near like where the kids could get hurt out there practicing on the practice field and all that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I don't know what's going on at these HBCUs, man, but
you know what? I've always found it crazy that a lot of the athletes, you know, your well-known, well-to-do athletes in the NBA as well as the NFL, they do a lot of large donating specifically to UCs, but never to the HBCUs. And I'm talking about the Black athletes. They could have made a difference, even if they didn't attend an HBCU. You know, I've always wondered, why do they spend so much money and time donating to these UCs who already have the resources versus the HBCUs who really need the resources? I've always found that, you know, to be strange. And it sounds like, you know, his whole spiel was, one, the contract, so that means pay me because he's being underpaid, and then two, like you said, these children, these kids need the right equipment, etc. You know what I'm saying, to be able to perform at this school. So it's sad, but not surprising at the same time.
Yeah, and that's true what you're saying about a lot of the pro athletes, but that's not the sole thing, because it seems like the resources are being mismanaged, just period. You know what I'm saying? The people that's in charge of these institutions just ain't running things how it's supposed to go. They could do better with the resources that they already have, although they could use more resources on top of that. But even when he was talking about the contracts, he was saying that the negotiations were being stalled, not because of what he was asking for, but because of the language that he wanted included in there was that he was going to have better facilities and better situations for the kids. He was trying to make sure
watch the words.
Right.
Tariq always say, watch the words, because they'll figure out some way, you know what I mean, to throw out some trick words, trick language in order to, you know, get what they want out of the deal, but then leave you hanging, you know, at the same time. Yeah. Because
it seemed like they was willing to probably pay him what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't want to go the extra mile to make sure that they had what they needed to be successful. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to have another NFL Hall of Fame name attached to their school to get some clout, like what Dion did for that school down there in Mississippi, right?
No, that was Mississippi. Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, that's what it seemed like to me. Like they was trying to use his name to clout chase a little bit, but they wasn't really trying to make things right for the students down there. For the student.
Yeah, and a lot of times they do get a lot of donations specifically for the athletic program. But like you said, the misappropriation of those funds will get funneled to other stuff, you know, such as possibly some minority, you know, programs and things like that, you know, so the athletes are not being taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Cool Keezy in the building. Shout out to Cool Keezy, man. I ain't see Cool Keezy in a minute, man. How you been, God?
Hey.
But yeah, man.
Unfortunate, I should say.
Yeah, I just into that one, man, because you know, I was like, man, what the hell?
Yeah. So I woke up this morning. Around 7 and woke up to seeing there was a mass shooting here in Monterey Park last night. Didn't know about it till I woke up or whatever. Monterey Park, for those that are not in LA, is a predominantly Asian, mainly Filipino community area. So this morning I was up, you know, looking at the news and stuff. I saw it on social media first. So I said, let me turn on local news. I will say probably for the first 4 hours of news, you had people that were there in a restaurant, some people that were able to run out of the restaurant or club, whatever the heck it was, across the street to another Asian-owned business and told the man across the street, you know, there's a shooting going on, lock your doors, blah, blah, blah. Some people escaped, right? So they're talking to the assistant DA, all these detectives out here on the ground. You have the news media out there interviewing all these people in law enforcement. And all they kept saying, at least for 4 or 5 hours, was, you know, man still at large. Man still at large. No one would give a description of this man. So I was like, he ain't black. He ain't black, you know what I'm saying? Because literally for 4 hours straight, they never gave a description. I kept saying, I'm listening to what they're not saying.
And they kept trying to angle it as a hate crime. They kept trying to
Karen Bass.
kept trying to raise that question. Could it possibly be a hate crime? They kept emphasizing it's an Asian community. Asians were targeting Asians. Is this a hate crime? We don't have a description. But go ahead.
They had a description the whole time because, again, you know, people are talking. There were people that were in there that managed to get away. So I'm most certain that they gave a description once law enforcement got on. Once the 911 calls came in, what is the 911 operator going to ask you outside of where are you located? Did you see him? Can you give us a description? God damn it. So why aren't we giving descriptions? With that being said, Karen Bass quickly at 7:26 this morning decided that she was going to tweet, "My heart goes out to Monterey Park and the family and friends of those lost." Basically, she started off with talking about, you know, if this is another, you know, Asian hate, you know. So again, when they start talking that Asian hate, instantly you already ready to blame Negroes because we already know where that comes from. So that pretty much pissed me off. But I was like, why aren't they giving a description of this suspect? I didn't figure out or find out that the suspect was another Asian on Asian crime, y'all. I didn't find that out till maybe 5 hours later. That's about how long it took.
Right. So yeah, the shooter actually did turn out to be Asian. And I just want to say, you know, obviously, you know, I don't know how many lives were lost or whatever the case may be. 10 people were killed. You know what I'm saying? That's tragic, regardless to what community it happened to. You know what I'm saying? People lost their lives. And so we send our condolences as far as that. But we're just trying to talk about the angle that the media was running with. And
narratives.
The narrative and the propaganda that they always try to weasel in there. They always, no matter what it is, they try to find a way to blame black people or to associate black people somehow. You know what I'm saying? This didn't have anything to do with us. It didn't have anything to do with race. They weren't targeted based on their race. It was another Asian person who did the shooting. We don't know what his motives were, but
now it is a motive. Perhaps we don't know how true it is, but a possible motive was he was going in there to look for his wife.
She was cheating on him or something.
That's what's being thrown out there in the news right now, that he was looking or hunting for his wife. So there could have been some domestic, you know, violence issues within that family.
You don't just kill every damn body.
And witnesses that were there or people that saw said that he walked in blasting, pretty much had, I don't remember what type of firearm, but he had other ammo. They said once he ran out, he immediately, you know, filled his magazine back up and started popping off randomly. He didn't have, from what witnesses were saying early on, there was no specific target that they knew of, because as soon as he hit the door, he started blasting. Now it's coming out that he was looking for his wife.
Are they saying anything about this person's background? Do we have a name?
We don't have any name. Oh, yeah, we do have a name. Let me get that. Sorry. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get the name. I'm sorry. They did release his name and his photo. And honestly, they had him on, his image was also picked up on surveillance and stuff like that. His name is, actually, they didn't put his name, but they found him in Torrance at the Delamo Mall, which is a mall my son frequents on the weekends with his friends.
All right, let me see what they're saying right here. This MSNBC. This MSNBC, fair use, y'all. Fair use, YouTube. We just reporting the news here.
Well, clearly, this is an ongoing investigation. They have a lot of pieces to put together here. Let's go to Josh Letterman, who's on the scene there in Monterey Park for us. Josh, what more have you learned from this? And are there any indications that the victims may have been targeted or that this was a hate crime? I'm going to be honest. I was making my way from my...
Yes, I don't think this is really up to date.
No.
I don't think this is really up to date after they announced the description or whatever the case may be of the guy.
They didn't, they still haven't released his name, only images of his photo that was on surveillance. He's described as 5'10", 150 pounds. And maybe I can give that to you, but that was his image.
Okay. So that means he's still at large then?
No. He killed himself.
Oh, he killed himself?
Mm-hmm. He killed himself, yeah.
And it was some type of Asian New Year celebration that was going on.
Lunar year. Yeah, lunar year.
Yeah.
And they were supposedly today, they were supposed to have like some outdoor event where a bunch of vendors and stuff like that, were coming out to celebrate. And that obviously got canceled due to this situation.
All right. Shout out to my brother from the Melvin Air podcast. Got the Melvin Airs in the building.
Peace,
the
God.
Cash App. Hold on. Where is this at, man? Where is this at? Boom. There you go. If you appreciate the Godcast and you find value in our content, please show your support via Cash App. $ Sincere Love, the number 7, or $ NYCTEEGUR. There it goes right there at the bottom of your screen. Appreciate you, God.
Thank you. What we got next? I mean, honestly, just this weekend alone, I just feel like, there's been so much stuff going on.
And by the way, if y'all haven't done it already, like this video, make sure y'all share it out on your social media platforms. Let everybody know that we're live. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you're watching us on Facebook or Twitter, make sure you head on over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. All right, go ahead.
And in other anti-Black racism news, Florida says AP classes teaches critical race theory will not be allowed. So y'all guy, Governor Ron DeSantis is not allowing, first of all, why is Black history considered critical race theory? Like, why did they reclassify it into something else, number one? But
I'm white, not say so.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. What they're trying to do, just like they tried to do or trying to do with hip hop, is just erase us from history, period.
Facts. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about nothing that is gonna make the dominant society be held accountable, right? Because the reparations conversation is grown. You know what I'm saying? It's the main topic. You can't get around it. It hasn't gone away like they thought it was going to go away. It ain't going away. People are getting more and more educated and being able to articulate the issues even more. And the truth be told, the stuff that we talk about on these platforms and on social media and stuff like that, they ain't teaching it in these schools anyway. My question is this really hurting us as a Black community for them to take this out? Because they don't tell the real history anyway. They be omitting, lying, just doing all type of remixing in the first place. So is it better that we just teach our own babies what our history is and not depend on the school system to do so?
It's what I did, because the only thing my children were ever taught about was Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. After that, it was nothing. There's nothing else that my children learned about. And then also, they only talk to my children about, the nonviolent, peaceful Dr. King, not the revolutionary Dr. King. You know what I mean? So I've taught my kids my own way, real history. So I think it's up to us anyway.
Yeah, it's our responsibility, man. And truth be told, like you said, we just coming off of the Dr. King holiday. We got Black History Month approaching. And so ever since this been going on, every day after school, I've been having to debrief my son, 7. They teaching about Dr. King, Jackie Robinson, Rosa Parks, all of the, the usual suspects with the usual narratives that they teach it from. And so every day when he comes home, I use it as a method. I use it as a teaching method. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's like I'm doing like economic judo, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So they give me, but what I tell 7 is, I want you to get 100 because I need you to master all of the lies. This ain't true, but it's your responsibility to master all the lies. Why do I want you to master all the lies? Because when you understand the lies that are being told and why the lies are being told, that will give you the tools that you need to be able to dismantle it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about what they teaching him. And when I'm going over his study guide with him, first, I'll make sure that he gets all the answers right. And then we'll go back over it and we'll do true or false. You know what I'm saying? So they'd be like, well, Dr. King, or let's say, I'll use Jackie Robinson. They'll say, well, Jackie Robinson, he was courageous for not speaking up and not fighting back and just waiting his turn to get let into the league. I'm like, is that true or false, son? You know what I'm saying? And he like, no, if you're courageous, you're going to stand up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm correcting the narrative as they trying to teach him the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, at this point in time, I'm not in a position to homeschool him like I really want to do. But that's my goal. Like by the time he hit middle school, taking him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But for now, we got to use what we got. You know what I'm saying? And just be creative with it.
Listen, my son just told me last week, I forget what the topic was in one of his history classes or whatever, but in the end, he was like, Mom, I gave my teacher your podcast information so she can look at it. I was like,
what's going on, T?
I was like, are you sure you want to do that? You know,
how you doing, Miss Karen? We know you're listening. Tap in.
Right. I was like, Lord, I said, now why would you do that? He was like, well, you know, my son is very argumentative anyway, you know, and his dad always if he feels like he's justified in something or like he's just really passionate, even with his dad and I, he will still go back and forth, not in a disrespectful way, but if he's really passionate and trying to get you to understand, he will argue the point. You know what I'm saying? So his dad always be like, okay, attorney, or okay, Attorney Moore. You know what I mean? Like, because he really likes to argue. And he's the same way with his teachers. He's the same way with his managers at work. He's the same way. Like, he's very argumentative. You're not going to just push him in a corner unless he just gives up and you're like, you know, wait, I'm wrong. But if he feels like he's a little bit right, y'all just going to keep doing this, you know? So I figured that's what was going on at school. So he was like, you know what? Just listen to my mom's podcast. I was like, oh, Lord. So you can understand where I'm coming from, you know?
Right. I get it. I get his frustration, man. I get his frustration. And that used to be me in school. You know, I wasn't really cut out for school like that, man, because of those type of situations right there. But yeah, let me see what they're saying was actually in the curriculum, right?
I don't think they've specified. That's the thing.
On here they do.
Okay.
Here, it says here's what's really in the course, right? So this is basically knocking, this article here from NPR is knocking what Governor Newsom is doing. I mean, rightfully so. He on some bullshit. But Florida's Department of Education has rejected an advanced placement course covering African American studies, saying the class indoctrinates students to a political agenda. As submitted, the course is a vehicle for a political agenda and leaves large, ambiguous gaps that can be filled with additional ideological material, which we will not allow, said Brian Griffin, Governor Ron DeSantis' press secretary. But scholars who were involved in creating the curriculum say that's far from the truth. There's nothing particularly ideological about the course except that we value the experiences of African-American people in the United States. Christopher Tinson, the chair of the African-American Studies Department at St. Louis University, told NPR. The course is the latest addition to the AP program, which helps high school students earn college credit. The class is currently undergoing a pilot phase. 60 schools were participating in the trial run, including at least one high school in Florida, but state officials have taken issue with the possibility that the course would teach about Black Lives Matter and the reparations movement.
Ain't that what you said from the beginning? It's all about.
Tell us what you're really worried about.
There we go. Because we coming for those descendants of the people that enslaved us too. Because y'all that still benefiting, you still owe. Y'all that still, you know, living off them off the backs of our ancestors, we coming for you too. Right.
The state's rejection of the class comes as a wave of states attempt to censor the topics of race and sexual orientation in public schools. DeSantis has been particularly combative on this issue. In 2022, he signed the Stop Woke Act, which basically means Stop Black,
right?
Which, among other things, sets limits on how race may be taught in classrooms. What's in the course? The purpose of this class is to introduce students to experiences and contributions of African Americans through a variety of lenses. We didn't want to just focus on slavery, although slavery is a part of it, Tinson said. We wanted to give a comprehensive view of the culture, literature, historical development, political movements, and social movements. Tinson said the course will explore the origins of the African diaspora to construction, the Harlem Renaissance, the Civil Rights Movement, and then some. It will also examine historical trailblazers like Valerie Thomas, a scientist who invented the illusion transmitter. He is particularly excited for students to have a fuller grasp of the Haitian Revolution, which argues tends to be underrepresented in history classes compared to the African American French Revolution, despite being the most successful slave revolt in world history. Hey, it might be the course might be interesting after all.
Right. They may be playing. They must be trying to play 1804 in there too.
Right. Right. Among the concerns that Florida officials have raised is whether the course will teach critical race theory, the legal framework that argues racism is not just a product of individual bias, but is embedded in legal systems and policies. Now, critical race theory is really something that's for law students. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but the critical race theory curriculum is really designed for law school students. It's not being taught in none of these public school systems the way that the right wingers are trying to say it, with the Stop Woke movement and all that. Like, there is no critical race theory being taught in none of these schools. That's something that's going on in law school. So Florida rejected an AP course filled with critical race theory and other obvious violations of Florida. The commissioner said, "We proudly require the teaching of African American history. We do not accept woke indoctrination masquerading as education," he added. What the hell does that mean? But notice they don't specify what's the problem with the curriculum. They don't say what in the curriculum is considered critical race theory or against Florida standards. They don't specify it.
They never have, though. It's always been whatever we said. I'm white and I say so. So
Period.
Critical race theory is only what they say it is. That's it.
Period. They intentionally don't give it a clear definition so that they can label whatever they want to label as critical race theory. But Tinson denied accusations that the theory will be taught in the course. While the class will explore the issue of inequality, the framework itself is too advanced for high school students, even in a college level course, according to Tinson. Now, ain't that what I just said?
Yep.
They're teaching that in colleges, in law schools. They don't teach that in high school.
And also AP classes are advanced classes for, kids in high school do need to take AP classes if they want to get recognized and get scholarships. It's good to have AP classes, in high school.
Check this out. African American Studies is not the first time that AP program has offered a class on a community's history and culture. In fact, there are courses on European history, German history and culture, Chinese history and culture, and more. So again, they only target Black.
Right.
That's it. That's only a problem when it comes to specifically foundational Black Americans. But yeah, y'all get the point. That's on NPR. Y'all can read the rest of the article on NPR. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to look at the curriculum now, though.
Right.
They said 60 schools are doing it. I gotta look more into that.
Well, in other white supremacy news, right? Except the white supremacists look like us. Imagine that. So 5 Memphis Police Department officers fired after Nicholas investigation. I'm not sure if you guys heard that story. I'm sure you have. You have not been living under a rock. But this was posted on January 20th at WERG.com. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis police announced the 5 MPD officers involved in the arrest of Tyree Nichols have been fired. The following officers have been terminated: Tadrius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justice Smith. Memphis PD posted this statement on Twitter as well as Facebook and provided the following photos. So their photos are up. I don't know if you can post those on there. The Memphis Police Department has concluded its administrative investigation into the tragic death of Mr. Tyree Nichols. After a thorough review of the circumstances surrounding the incident, we have determined that 5 MPD officers violated multiple police policies, including excessive use of force, duty to intervene, and the duty to render aid. Earlier today, each officer charged was terminated by the Memphis PD. The Memphis PD is committed to protecting and defending the rights of every citizen in our city. The egregious nature of this incident is not a reflection of the good work that our officers perform with integrity every day. Chief Carolyn C.J. Davis, Memphis Police Department. I'll just say this. They wasted no time to fire these Negroes. Usually, you know what I'm saying? They'll be on paid administrative leave for a long period of time, but they wasted no time firing these Negroes. But firing isn't enough. We're not satisfied as foundational Black Americans with people, that do these egregious things just being fired, basically transferred to other police departments.
Right, but also to your point, though, where are the Blue Lives Matter? Where is the Blue Lives Matter crowd to defend these Negroes?
Right. Yeah. and if they think they were going to get a biscuit, if they think they were going to get it, again, this person looks like you, and even if this person was in the wrong, it's 5 of y'all. So it didn't take all that. It just really didn't take all that. Handcuff him, put his ass in the back of the car, take him, to the precinct, book him, and let it do what it do. Didn't take all that. This person was unarmed. Tyree Nichols was unarmed, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And we see them, with kids' gloves when it's a white, heavily armed suspect.
All right. But speaking of failing to render aid and all of that, did y'all see the video that was kind of viral with the cop on the subway, and somebody, I guess they fell on the tracks or whatever?
Oh yeah, in New York. Yes.
I think we got that in here too.
We do, and if not, I can resend it because I just sent that over there yesterday. You got it? Okay. Yeah. Wasn't that crazy? I mean, did he have his flashlight or something? I
don't know what he was doing with that flashlight, but it reminded me. It's not funny, but I was laughing because it reminded me of some shit that happened at the barbershop. Yo, hold on. Let me show the video. Let me share the video with y'all. I'm like, what is he doing with this flashlight? So you got the citizens out here, trying to help the guy out.
Bravely.
Right.
Bravely.
All right. Hold on.
Down there.
The cop, y'all.
Jump down. Get up. Come on, bro. Get that fucking dude up, bro.
Was this a medical emergency or something?
It seemed like some type of medical emergency. Drugs, maybe. I don't know.
You see that?
He's kind of out of it. The dude's kind of out of it. I don't know if somebody knocked his ass out down there or.
Yo, jump down there.
But look at the cop.
Jump down.
What's he doing with that flashlight?
Come on, bro. Get that fucking dude up, bro.
I always go, when I see stuff like this, I go back to an article that was published, I want to say back in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, but per the Supreme Court, police officers have no constitutional duty, to protect you. So it again, what are our tax dollars paying for, considering they have no constitutional duty to protect you anyway?
They don't.
So that means that you need to always be in the mindset of protecting yourself, even if it's against them, to be honest, because they have no constitutional duty to protect you, yet they have all these rights and stuff to kill you with impunity, right? So you have to keep that in mind. They have no constitutional duty to protect you at all.
That's a fact. But the reason why it was funny to me, we got like a running joke at the barbershop, right?
Oh God.
Shout out to headquarters barbershop. So dude that owned the barbershop, his name is Gary. And so we always getting on Gary about shit. You know what I'm saying? But one time I hurt my back in the gym. I was fucked up. I was down bad. My back went out while I was on the treadmill. And so Gary was there, and I'm trying to get this nigga to help me. He half-ass helped me, you know what I'm saying? And then when they got me in his car, instead of him taking me, I needed medical attention. My shit was fucked up.
For real.
And so this nigga was worried about going to see his client. than taking me to take care of. He pulled up at the barbershop and left me in the car and went in the shop and started cutting hair. I was talking about I couldn't even move. I couldn't even move. My shit is
Gary.
My whole back was locked up. He got me sitting in the car. He in the barbershop cutting hair. And so there was another time, my man Gino, he had caught COVID when COVID first hit, when all this shit first started happening. He was in a coma and all that. He was down bad. When he came out the coma, his leg was messed up. And I know this happened to a few people. Some of y'all might know somebody that this happened to too, where when he came out the coma, he came out the hospital, his leg would just go out on him and he would just fall. You know what I'm saying? Like he was fine, but like some shit was going on with his leg. And so he fell in the barbershop.
Gary left
and
his
the nigga Gary, the same nigga that left me in the car, instead of helping this nigga out, he runs over to the nigga. He got 2 pair of clippers in his hand like this. He like, yo, you all right? Yo, you all right?
Gary, you ain't shit.
Gary ain't shit.
Gary, you ain't worth shit.
Gary ain't shit. He over there with, why you need 2 clippers in the first place? You got what? 2 clippers because you wasn't trying to help nobody, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just like that damn cop. That damn cop over there. That cop over there.
God forbid anyone's choking or something around Gary. You know what I'm saying?
Say what?
Don't nobody choke around Gary in there.
For real.
You
Gary do not got your back.
You done.
Gary do not got your back. Oh, shit. Word up. Gary ain't shit.
I think we have some more suspected white supremacist news. Like, white supremacy has been on a tangent lately. You know what I'm saying?
No days off.
They've never stopped. No days off, right? So if you've been hiding under a rock before, if you're Black, you know about the turkey leg hut in Houston. I went to Houston, 3 years ago? That was like my main stop. I got to go to the turkey leg hut. I'm not leaving Houston without going. So the turkey leg hut has been sued by the U.S. Foods for nearly $1.3 million of unpaid grocery bills. First of all, why y'all let it get to $1.3 million unless they're charging you some type of late fees and interest or something? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, they said something about the interest fees on there. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, I see it right now. So it says the lawsuit claims that the turkey leg hut and co-owner Nakia Price failed to pay $86,106.17 in unpaid invoices for produce sold and delivered. Turkey leg hut allegedly agreed to pay 1.5% interest a month in past due payments, making the balance jump to over $1 million. So that's where that 1.3 million came in at.
Right. A month. They agreed to pay that a month. So I don't know if they was just in a bind like that and they needed to keep the business going and they just agreed to any old thing without really, you know what I'm saying, taking a look at it and seeing what that meant, you know what I'm saying, doing the math on that. But according to them, they saying the math ain't mathing. So I don't know. We didn't really hear fully from the turkey leg hut side of things, but they saying that the math ain't mathing and they plan on fighting it or whatever the case may be. But
I believe the Black woman.
Just in general, like, we gotta be on point with that, especially, turkey leg hut, like we said, this is not the first time they've been
targeted.
Targeted for sabotage. You know what I'm saying? It's like the powers that be somewhere don't want to see these people thrive and in business the way that they are because they super successful. You know what I'm saying? They known all around the country. Anybody that's coming to Houston is hitting up Turkey Leg Hut.
You can't get in there.
Right.
We waited hours to get in there. The line is wrapped around the corner. Valet, you couldn't even pull up to valet. Like, it's booked and busy, packed over there. It's a large place where they moved to from the old location. It's a really large, nice place. But you got to either get there early or make reservations or you ain't getting in.
And just like we talked about, I think it was last week or maybe the week before, Black businesses in these malls just getting kicked out the mall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of Black people opening up shops in the malls because a lot of the big stores are actually leaving the malls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a lot of times you go to the mall, ain't shit there no more. But, some of the Black businesses, they seen, openings and opportunities and they went in there and becoming super successful. You know what I mean? They're the most busy stores in the mall. And they just make it up any reason just to kick niggas out the mall. So it's like, you know, the sabotage is always in, man. When they see black success, it's always, that's why when people talk about, you know, what we not doing as far as business and as far as working with each other and supporting each other and all that, that's not the case, man. Sabotage has more to do with it than anything else, because there's so many levels that you have to do business on where it's like you can't be black from top to bottom. Because we don't have the factories to be the suppliers and the, you know what I'm saying? We don't have the land with the raw materials and all that. So you always got to be dealing with somebody outside of the community, which opens you up to sabotage. You know what I'm saying? People seeing you do too well. It's like, you know, let's see how we could throw a monkey wrench in this.
Yeah, I had a friend who actually posted last week on her Facebook. She went on and she's just like, hey, you know, I have a friend, he's from I think she said South Africa, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever, you know, but this is just a lesson to us here. I'm paraphrasing, you know, we can do it if we just work hard, because he came here and he worked 3 jobs and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And now he's successful because he came here and worked 3 jobs and didn't give up and all this stuff. And I went right on over there with my loud mouth. I was like, hold on. We're not going to do the whole I worked hard. Did he tell you the part where he got some benefits here from our government too, such as maybe a DACA program, some type of minority program? Don't come over here. I said, he was insulting you.
Right.
To me, you're sitting in my face because he obviously knew that she didn't understand where he was going. You know, you Negroes, Black Americans, foundational Black Americans specifically need to work harder. And you too can be successful like me. You know, like I felt some kind of way about that post and I had to say something.
Absolutely. But by the way, there are plenty of very successful foundational Black Americans. So y'all not doing nothing that we're not already doing.
Have not already done, currently doing. And let's be clear, when you come over here, Akon, you're cosplaying us in our culture, if you want to keep it a buck. You know, but I just felt some kind of way. My thing is first of all, there's riffraff in all of our communities. You know what I'm saying? We got the lazy, you know, dusties in all our communities, but don't come over here thinking that you're doing something that hasn't already been done. Let's be very, very clear.
Oh, y'all got a breakfast club out there too? We got a breakfast club here in Atlanta.
Yeah, we got one here in LA. Remember I went. It's on my timeline actually. Yeah, we have one too.
I wonder if it's the same brothers. I actually met the brothers down here. That
own brother owned?
Huh?
Is brother owned?
There's 2 brothers.
I didn't know who was on board by. I just wanted to go try it. The portions are
the one here. I don't know if it's the same. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it's the same one. I don't know if they got locations in these other cities, but the one here in Atlanta is definitely Black owned. I met both of the brothers that run that place.
Yeah, they got one here.
All right. Speaking of Black owned restaurants, man, I went to one vegan spot the other day called the Bougie Southerner. Not too far away from the barbershop where I work. First of all, the place is fly. They from Chicago.
So you know they're gonna do fly.
When you walk in that joint, you like, oh, it's like this.
Right.
Like, got a nice stage in there, you know what I'm saying? Like whoever decorated, I think he said his wife did the interior decorating, like the furniture, the tables, the stuff that they got on the walls. Like the shit is fly. If y'all in the Gwinnett area and down here in Georgia, go to the Bougie Southerner. The food was banging. The place is nice. The people is nice. We talking to them about getting them on the Black Business Showcase also. So yeah, shout out to the Bougie Southerner.
All right. So everybody's talking about this too. I surely felt some kind of way. I'm gonna say it. Shannon Sharp, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Like, I just, you know, like, we just have to stop. Like, niggas be having major smoke for other Black people. Like, y'all, like, instantly ready to go to battle with another person, you know, that look like you. And let's be clear, sometimes some people got to get popped, including us. I've always said that, but in certain situations, let's try our best to show each other grace, especially when you have a name like a Shannon Sharp, as well as the other athletes that were involved, you know, but I just don't like that energy, because let's be clear, wrinkled face, what's his name? Skip Bayless had that Negro on mute. You never had that type of smoke for Skip Bayless ass.
Put your glasses back on, man. Yeah. Put your glasses back on.
And what that nigga do? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, sit your ass down. Like, I don't like it, especially when it's public like that. This has been circulating on all forms of social media and the news. And what do we see? Negroes fighting each other with the quickness.
Man, all right, here go my thing with it, man. I agree with everything you said. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say, y'all niggas really didn't want no smoke with Shannon Sharp. I just want to say that part. Shannon would have probably whipped all three of y'all niggas' ass if it would have whipped.
It was gonna take all three. It was gonna take all three of them to do it.
It was gonna take all three of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Shannon is a machine. Let's just keep it a buck. This is a Hall of Fame tight end who's still in A1 tip top shape. You know what I'm saying?
Is he part of the Gullah Geechee lineage as well?
Maybe. I know he's from
I believe he
one
is.
of the Carolinas.
He's from South Carolina. I believe he's Gullah Geechee.
Yeah. And so, I mean,
still a coon.
The disrespect wasn't even that serious. Like, that's some shit you could let roll off your shoulder, my nigga. Like, niggas shit talking at the game or whatever. He told homeboy, whatever his name is, he can't guard LeBron. And you know, Shannon Sharp, he loved LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But he told dude, yo, you too small to guard LeBron. So dude, you know, he said F you. He said F you back. And then it turned into what it turned into. Ja Morant got involved. Ja Morant's dad got involved. I saw Steven Adams was trying to buck up a little bit too. I think he would have got his ass whooped too, by the way. But, but you absolutely right. When it comes to other Negroes, it's because even in his statement after the situation, he wasn't apologetic about what happened. No. He wasn't explaining.
They don't want it.
It was them niggas don't want the smoke. I wish they would. It was that type of energy. But when Skip, you know, talking to you crazy, disrespecting you in your face, now you got to be professional. You got to maintain decorum. You know what I'm saying?
But we don't have that level of professionalism.
And snatch Skip up?
Right.
You can't reach across that table and snatch Skip up? Why?
Because some shit is just worth your job. Sometimes the certain levels of disrespect may just be worth you getting fired.
And that's the thing. That, like you said, when it comes to other Negroes, people be willing to risk it all. Whatever the cost might be. Going to jail, you know what I'm saying? Getting fired. You know what I'm saying? This is on national TV. You had an NBA game on national TV. There's millions of people watching. You ready to risk your reputation, your job, possibly catch a charge, all that. You know what I'm saying? And so if that's who you are, fine. But keep that same energy across the board.
Yes.
Snatch Skip punk ass from across that table.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? On national TV. The same way.
And get him that smoke.
The same way. And this is really a microcosm of what we see a lot of times in Black society. Whereas y'all niggas is quick to run down on each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas is quick to spin the block on another Negro. But when the police come, y'all niggas dropping the guns and y'all start running and shit.
Right. Or when the white supremacists come up.
Or even a regular old white supremacist.
All of a sudden, we can dig into some forgiveness. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Our hearts wants to forgive because this person don't know what they do. Right. You know, niggas start talking like Jesus.
Start getting diplomatic and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit gotta go. That shit gotta go. I'm not promoting, you know, violence in any type of way, but I'm just saying if that's gonna be your get down, keep the same energy across the board.
Absolutely. And the people that you're supposed to give the most grace to is your own.
Right.
Period. You know.
Right. So it wasn't that serious, Shannon.
It wasn't.
It wasn't that serious. And then you still running around here with your chest poked out about it instead of saying, yo, you know what? You know, I acted out of character. You know, I lost my cool. You know, apologize to those brothers. Apologize. You know what I'm saying?
To your community.
That's how you should be talking. Not them niggas ain't want to smoke. I wish them niggas would. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Embarrassing.
I was
embarrassed. Yeah. All right. So moving on from Sambo.
I like the study. did like the sweater. So I like the sweater he had on, though. That was a fly sweater he had on.
So, on more news, here we are, Black people, who need the most, right? We are the ones who need the most. All these politicians, they come out asking for our votes every 4 years. Black people, you are at the bottom. We're here to do this for you. Don't give a shit. But whistleblower on illegals housed in New York hotels. New York costs at $2 billion taking care of illegals. These people are here illegally, you guys, and they're getting the red carpet thrown out at them. That's in New York. Here in California, where I'm at, Newsom just signed a bill. I forget, AB something. Signed a bill where illegals can now apply to be police officers. They can get on law enforcement here. These are people who, first of all, the LAPD or any type of government job do thorough background checks and stuff like that. So you mean to tell me your ass is here illegal, but you can pass the background check to become a police officer here when you already did something illegally to be here in the first place? Like, make that make sense.
Can't make it make sense.
You can't make it make sense.
Can't make it make sense. Only thing that makes sense is the white supremacy. Well, the main thing that makes sense, being that it's California and Los Angeles in particular, is that they already got their people in position. They already have people here in position, like, i.e., them people that was on the the city council talking greasy.
Right.
They already got their people that been here for a couple of generations in position to clear the brush for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, damn, I wanted to talk about that after the Shannon joint, but it's okay. I'm looking for what we talking about. I'm looking for the video. There's a video of the news clip, right? With the whistleblower.
Yeah, that's on there. It's right under DeSantis, the DeSantis article.
Oh, it's under DeSantis. Yeah, hold on.
I just like this so you can get it.
It don't show up on here for some reason.
In our materials?
I mean, on the computer.
Oh, okay.
It won't show me that you liked it.
Oh, okay. Let me I'll just reshare it on there.
I got it. Okay.
It.
All right. So yeah, this is a clip from Fox News. So fair use. Hopefully I could pause it and all that too. Oh no, it's what's the name? So this is a bunch of food that they thrown away.
Because the migrants don't want to eat them. And they just go to waste. This is all food that is going to waste. This is insane. This is fresh. This is good food. Good food, but they don't want to eat it. They said they don't like it.
And that's every day. Every day they throwing away this much food. Meanwhile, they got these people in these hotels. They're clearing out these hotels specifically for them to come on over. But they kicking black people out of the shelters. Black people sleeping on the subway and out in the streets.
Right. In the cold.
Right. And they don't got access to this food that's being thrown away.
Like it.
Now, what you just saw is this huge amount of food that's been thrown away daily at this big New York City hotel that's being used to house illegal immigrants. Now, according to this whistleblower, more than 36,400 have.
Illegal is the key word, man. I need to just stress that. Illegal. These people ain't crossed the border legally. They ain't go through no protocol. Because right now, remember, Biden just put up, just passed a bill or signed a bill or whatever for people coming from Haiti, people coming from
Cuba,
Haiti,
Colombia,
Cuba.
All the black ones.
Yeah. Basically, any of the black immigrants that's coming over, he got a whole protocol set up where you got to go through this, that, and the third. One of my clients the other day was telling me, he Haitian, that his dad been stressing him to sponsor some of the family members to get them over here. He don't want to do it. He like, nah, man, I can't really vouch for these niggas because when you
do something wrong,
it falls back on the person that sponsored you as well. You know what I'm saying? They could compromise their own status as a citizen. You know what I'm saying? And he here, he married, you know what I'm saying? He been here for years. And his dad's like, yo, we trying to bring your cousins and them over here, we be like, I don't know, Pop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you got to be able to vouch to say they ain't involved in no gangs back home. They ain't involved in, you know what I'm saying? They good money, they clean. You know what I'm saying? It looks good that he's married, that he's working, or if you own property, you know, it's faster for them to get over here. But anyway, they got all those roadblocks for the black ones. But this was going on with these Mexicans and Venezuelans and all of that.
Come to New York City in the last few months, and city officials have put them up in at least 14 hotels, one of them being The Row in Times Square. Now, that's where the pictures that you're seeing right now were taken. My next guest, Felipe Rodriguez, says that he's worked there since 2017, but now that illegals have taken it over, the place is complete chaos. And Felipe joins me now.
As you can see, the whistleblower is another white Hispanic.
Right. I was just gonna say, and it's Felipe.
Right. Felipe ain't feeling this shit.
Right.
Now, Felipe, good to see you tonight. Now, when you say chaos, tell us what you mean. Fights, drugs, altercations, other violations?
Good evening. Nice for you to have me. Thank you. The chaos that we see at the Row today is compiled by migrants being drunk, drinking all day, smoking marijuana, consuming drugs, and domestic violence, people having sex in the stairs, young people, teenagers. They use the fire exit stairs to go in there and do what.
These are the same people that when they get their weight up, they're gonna be saying we got to do better. We don't know how to act.
Right.
We just don't know how to act.
Pull your boots up. Pull yourself up by your bootstrap.
It's our culture. There's something wrong with our culture. You know what I'm saying? But look at all this nonsense y'all got going on. Right. Y'all coming over here acting like y'all run the place. Y'all just crossed the border illegal and y'all done took over the damn hotel.
But they let them. And this is in New York. So that's that. What's his name? Adams.
Eric.
Go from out fast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's allowing it too. Did you see the video with him outside? It's a bunch of illegals. And he's like, who all wants a job? And they're like, me. And I'm like,
nah, I ain't even see that.
Yes. It's out there.
Wow.
Who wants a job?
Wow. And his brother be coming into spaces trying to cape for him. His brother coming into spaces like, yo, you know, that's my brother, man. You know, you need to talk to him, man. He all right, man. No, man. Your brother is cooning it up, man.
Period.
Your brother is cooning it up, man. And he's throwing Negroes under the bus out there in New York. You're putting together all type of task force to target Negroes. You know, stop drill rap and all of this shit when it comes to Negroes. You know, but for these illegals, you got all type of set-asides, jobs and everything else.
Teenagers do. We have people, actually trying to act like the hotel is theirs and we have no rights. The form in which they keep their rooms is horrendous. This is bad and bad.
So there it is.
There it is. Not that we're surprised because we've been seeing stuff like this, lately. They're allowing these people to cross over. They can push those people back. You know what I'm saying? They can send them back. They're intentionally allowing them to come over. And the same thing. And I'm not going to just point at the Democrats on this because you have Republicans such as the one in Texas who allows them to come over here and then he buses them over to Democratic run states. But my thing is just send their ass back. What is like? That's not combating
well, he has to follow the federal policy because this is coming from the White House. And so he can't break the federal policy. So that's the reason why he's spitefully sending them down to Washington and New York and all these other places.
He done broke some policy. Send their ass back. Sure, you done broke it before. Send them back. Ain't no room.
I like what he's doing.
I mean, at first I was just like, yeah, that's what's up. Like, especially drop them off on their doorstep. I get it. I chuckled at it too, but I'm saying, how is this helping the situation? It's not. These people are here illegally. Emphasis on illegally.
Right.
That's the point. But it is what it is.
And so, usually, when they cross the border illegally under normal circumstances, it's ICE that locks them up and sends them back, right?
Yes.
So
ICE is supposed to, Border Patrol, which is ICE, is supposed to be out there already preventing them from crossing over. Now, from what I've seen here, especially when you go into the San Diego area out here in California, if you happen to see ICE out there, they have those paddy wagons and stuff like that, and then they take them to like ICE detention centers. I thought to send them back, to deport them back, but that's not what's happening.
Yeah, but is ICE a federally run or state?
I think that's federal. ICE is federal. That's a federal job.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that's what the problem is. I think that's what the problem is.
Well, guess what? They came to my state. I'm sending their ass back. They came to my state illegally.
So you personally gonna get the sprinter.
I'm sending them back. If I'm the governor or whatever, I'm sending them back.
But you need those federal resources to do that, though. That's
First of all, they're at the border. So, you know what I'm saying? Send them back, just like they did when those Haitians came over here to Texas. Within 24 hours, 48 hours at the latest, they were charting planes, sending their asses back. Where's that energy? I don't want to hear that they can't do it, because we saw them do it not too long ago. Charter some damn Spirit planes.
But that was ICE. That was ICE.
What was ICE that was chartering the planes?
That was ICE that we seen on them damn horses with them whips and shit.
I understand that, but
that was ICE.
Once they got here, because at this point they were already on American soil.
Right.
They had already crossed the border.
Yeah.
This was also in Texas.
Right.
So why aren't they chartering those same planes to get Julio and them back across the border?
It was the feds. That's what I'm telling you. It was the feds that was doing all that. You need those federal resources to be able to do that.
I'm sure there's some in the budget.
I don't got love for the Republican governor down there in Texas. I'm just saying. I'm just using common sense.
It's not, because again, this same person had found resources to send those Black Haitians back. That was a year ago, 2 at the most.
Right, but Biden is with that. Biden ain't with this one.
Well, I understand that. But again, I believe that he's with it too, because they need someone to come out there, I guess, and first of all, Black people ain't doing it for cheap.
I think if he could send them back, he would.
Too.
I think if he could send them back, he would.
He could.
I think if he could send them back, he would. That's what I think. That's what I think.
I ain't buying it.
So you think it's what? He just beefing for wreck?
Yeah. Yes. I do. I believe that he can send them back. These people are here illegally. They're still ICE detention centers. What is the point of ICE then? If everyone can freely come here and the same rules, because my thing is, you can't say that I'm going to send the Haitians and the Colombians and the Cubans and all that back. So that's you're at that point.
That's literally what the White House was doing.
I understand that, but then now you're looking at lawsuits there from these people, right? Because you're allowing the white ones to come over here, Ukrainians, Afghans, the white Hispanics and stuff. But then you're gonna specify and stipulate this group can't. Why isn't there?
What court are you going to go to? You're not even in the country.
I understand that, but so say someone does slip through the crack and get over here, and say they do try to deport them. That's a lawsuit.
I don't know. I don't see how. I ain't know
because there's discrimination. You cannot say
discrimination. Yeah, it's discrimination. It's open discrimination. It's openly discriminating.
Exactly. And there's going to be an attorney. There's got to be an attorney somewhere that's going to exploit that.
If that's the case, there should be some attorneys doing the Birdman hand rub right now, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Like, send them back. Build the wall. I just don't. First of all, especially again, y'all, I'm here in California, LA specifically. You know what I'm saying? And I see what all this illegal activity does as far as people that do need jobs. You know, the homelessness is happening here. These people are being prioritized over Black Americans or just Americans, period. I'm always going to put Black people ahead of any group because I'm Black, but Americans, period. These people are being prioritized over struggling Americans.
You see what's going on in Chicago, okay. Right?
Yeah.
Same type of situation Uncle Mammy got going on over there in Chicago. Mm-hmm. All type of set-asides for these people. And the community is standing up. Huh?
Y'all seen the polling for her, though?
No.
So there was a poll that came out. I hope I got it, and I'll send it so you can share it. But she's doing all this caping for them, and guess what? Their asses don't even want her. It's like 4 or 5 candidates, and she's at the bottom.
And that's the same. They can do that same poll with Joe Biden. It's going to be the same results.
Right.
Eric, whatever his name is over there in New York, same thing. Same thing. That's the dilemma. That's the dilemma that the Democrats are having. They're going out their way to cape for these people to try to fast track them into citizenship and jobs and the ability to vote and all of that. And these people will turn around and vote Republican.
Yeah, but they're going to vote Republican. But what they do come here with is their anti-Black racism,
Absolutely.
And that's enough. And that's enough for them.
That's bipartisan. Anti-Black racism is bipartisan.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So you're saying that's enough for the Democrats. The Democrats
that's enough.
Happy with that.
As long as you have anti-Black, sentiments, you fine. Come on over here. Come on over here.
You're right. Based on their actions, you're right.
And also, I want to throw this out here because I'm not sure if anybody saw it, paid attention to it. I haven't heard a lot of hype around it. But Derek Chauvin appealed his conviction in the George Floyd murder, arguing his trial wasn't fair.
Yeah, I saw that bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't see you choke the life out of him with your knee on film, fool. You didn't get a fair trial. We saw what happened with our own eyes. We saw it.
They might try to throw him. You know what I wanted to ask? And this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But we haven't heard nothing about what the hell happened with Jussie Smollett's case.
Nothing. And that's
Remember, he's on appeal bail.
Right.
Remember, he's on an appeal bail.
Crickets.
And they've been quiet. We ain't heard nothing about that since he made that appeal bail.
Crickets.
It's just been quiet on that. They trying to secretly just give him a pass.
Crickets. Crickets.
It don't take this damn long. Hold on. Okay, yeah.
I'm still trying to find that polling for her ass.
Yeah, so our main topic, y'all. Oh, you looking for the polling? Yeah, find that polling.
Yeah, go ahead. We can get to the main topic because I can't find it.
Okay. But our main topic today, we're talking about Cop City down here in Atlanta. I remember those of y'all day ones been rocking with us. We covered this story last year when they first started talking about building this Cop City. So the city of Atlanta is buying up all of this land. And it's like it's something significant about the land that they're buying too. I forgot exactly what it was.
Wasn't it a plantation, an old plantation or something like that, if I'm not mistaken?
Something was significant about this particular piece of land. I just don't remember what it was. It might be that it was a slave plantation or something. Something with the trees. I feel like it was something like just with the environment. It has something to do with stabilizing the environment or something like that. But they plan on knocking all the trees down and using this as a training camp to train for what they call it, urban warfare. Basically, they training the cops to go into the hoods and kill. Yeah.
And those cops are going to be Ukrainians, by the way. They're going to be Ukrainians and some of these white Hispanics and some of these damn Afghans
and these Sambo Negroes.
Right.
There's a plethora of those on the force too. But so now there's some protest that was going on down here the other day about it. And to me, it looks like controlled opposition. I don't believe these are genuine protesters who are out here doing all of this. But 6 arrested. Did I pull it up on the screen?
No, it's not on the screen yet. But yeah, people are saying it's Antifa actually, and not Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are. Oh, damn. Hold on. Can y'all see it?
Nope, it's not up yet.
Oh, it stopped. Okay. It stopped for some reason. Hold on, it's reloading. All right. All right, so it says 6 arrested, police car set on fire, explosive found during stop cop city protest in downtown Atlanta. Activists threw rocks and reportedly, come on, man, what is this? I don't know, all of a sudden my what's the name is janky. But activists threw rocks and reportedly lit fires in front of a building that houses the Atlanta Police Foundation. I think they did something to the Wells Fargo down there. Well, the Atlanta protests over future site of Atlanta Public Safety Training Center turned violent in downtown on Saturday night, 3 days after the death of a demonstrator who was killed by law enforcement, where the Georgia Bureau of Investigation said the 26-year-old shot at the trooper first. So last week they killed the brother down there.
Had you heard about that? Had you guys heard about that?
I didn't. I didn't know about it until I saw this. So dressed in all black with masks over their face, activists threw rocks and reportedly lit fireworks in front of a building that housed Atlanta Foundation, shattering large glass windows near Peachtree Street and Andrew Young Boulevard. And this thing is not loading.
What I saw, and from a lot of the video that I saw of some of the arrests that are being made, they're not Black people.
Yeah, right. This don't even sound like
any Black. Yeah, there weren't any Black people there.
It sounds like this is what it sounds like. These are some ops who were sent down here to do all of this dumb shit, break glass, set fires, and do all of this dumb shit. The page is not loading for some reason. Let me just stop sharing. But that's what it sounds like. They were sent to do that in the name of protest, but really it gives more credibility to what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? It highlights more of a need for what they're trying to do. See, this is why we need this training facility. You know, right. These people ain't protesters. These are criminals. And we have to have, protocols in place to be able to deal with these type of uprisings. Right? Because this whole Cop City thing was a response to all of the George Floyd uprisings that were happening. Right. This was a direct response to that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff that took place during the George Floyd uprisings, they weren't really ready for. They weren't really ready for a lot of what was taking place. Like some of the other sporadic uprisings that were happening here and there throughout some of the previous police killings that were taking place, they were able to kind of like quell the situations quickly. But the George Floyd thing started to spread so fast, they didn't know what to do. And so that's when somebody came up with this harebrained scheme about this Cop City thing that they're trying to do. And so I think they sent these people out here to go cause all of this damage just to make it look like
it's needed.
It's us, right? Right.
It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be one thing about it is the tactics of the white supremacists never change. they just rinse and repeat.
Right. Facts.
So did you guys also hear Alec Baldwin is going to be facing involuntary manslaughter charges after that death of that? I don't like him, especially when he, be on his anti-blackness, because he does too, but I just felt like he's an actor. That wasn't his responsibility?
Not
right?
solely. I don't think he should be the only one in trouble. Right. I agree.
Like I felt, but okay, so why should he be, responsible at all? I'm a hired actor. I'm entrusting you guys with all the props. You know what I'm saying? You guys have the props. I'm just here to do an acting job. I'm not here to check the props to make sure that there's the right types of non-lethal.
How many times did the person get shot?
I think one time, to be honest. It was one, I think. Don't make me lie. But again, if I'm an actor and I've studied my script and my job requires me to pull the trigger 3 times, pop it 3 times, and then scene, you're right. Why is that his responsibility? Again, I don't give a damn if he go to jail or not. I'm just saying. I thought that was a weird situation.
Right.
And so what's her name? I can't think of her. Joy something from The View. She's saying that this is the Democrats attacking him, and I don't like these narratives because. No, I'm sorry, the Republicans. The Republicans are attacking him. This is another way for the Republicans to get at him or something like that. And I'm sitting here like, what are you talking about? She also accused. She said that the documents that Joe Biden has doing the same thing that Trump was accused of. She also said that they were planted there by the Republicans.
And they just say
these people are crazy. They say anything to not hold Democrats accountable.
Facts. And that's, Hollywood is a big liberal, I guess, city.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
And this is a Jewish woman who also was in blackface for Halloween at one point.
Yeah, we remember that.
Yep.
But how is it political? I just don't see how the Baldwin thing is political at all.
I don't understand either, but she went on TV last week and that's what she said.
Yeah. So how much time he looking at?
Let me see. I haven't even went down the whole article. So this was from 2021.
Alec Baldwin going his ass to jail.
I mean, honestly, why not? Go on up in there.
Sit your ass down
Sit your ass down for a little while. Sit your ass down. No, it doesn't. Wait. In New Mexico, involuntary manslaughter is a 4th-degree felony, punishable by up to 18 months in jail and a $5,000 fine. He gonna get him $10,000 and sit his ass down. He got it.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Be Original Entertainment just joining, but it sounds like the topic is about Alec Baldwin. I agree with the co-host. As an actor, he should not be liable unless his contract states otherwise. But personally, I would check myself. Yeah, I mean, hey, he gonna have to hold those nuts. That's all I know. He gonna have to hold those nuts.
Yeah, hold them.
You know what I mean? Because if he was black, he damn sure would be liable. You know what I mean? If it was Will Smith, he'd already be in jail.
Right, and I think that's what it was too. When Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, he had a lot of shit to say about that. Instead of just shutting his ass up, nobody needs to hear your opinion about nothing when it comes to our black family. Let us deal with that.
Yeah. But yeah, we about to wrap it up. Appreciate you tapping in, Miss B Original. I think that's a female. But we about to wrap it up for today, man.
One more. So I'm sure you guys have also heard about the death of what is his name? Keenan Anderson here in LA by the officers. So he flagged down officers. Yeah, the tased to death. He was flagging them down because he was in some type of car accident. A lot of black men have PTSD.
What was going on with him? Yeah, something was going on with him.
It seems like, they maybe some PTSD. I don't know. People, I mean, first of all, I'm flagging you down because I'm in some type of accident, right? And again, maybe the officers approached him aggressively, and with everything that we see, maybe he panicked. I don't know. There was some type of emotional.
He kept saying somebody's
breakdown.
trying to kill him.
He did.
He kept saying somebody was trying to kill him. So I was
and
like,
maybe he meant the police officers, though.
Yeah, maybe.
You know? I mean, look at the approach, and of course, it was a Negro officer there, holding him down while the white Hispanic officer did all the tasing. By the way, don't miss that. But nonetheless, his son, who looks like the mother is by an Asian woman, seeks $50 million from LA for the death of Mr. Keenan Johnson. So, baby mama, they weren't married, coming to get her $50 million for her son.
And no charges, right? No charges, no
nothing yet.
Not fired or anything like that. They just saying he did his job.
Yeah, so far, they're investigating and all that stuff because he died, I want to say 3 days after that. He was hospitalized and then he succumbed to the injuries from that tasing 3 days later.
And allegedly that's Patrice Culler's brother?
Cousin.
Yeah, that's what made the whole story strange to me. When I heard that part, I was like, I don't know, 10-4 Kofi on deck.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying.
I ain't saying nothing, but I'm just saying.
That's a little suspect.
You don't find that suspicious?
Right. I find that very suspicious.
Right. But yeah, that's it for tonight.
Anyway, your family, how many of y'all gonna be in Dallas, man, for the FBA Expo, man?
Me.
Type of number 1 in the chat if we're gonna see y'all down in Dallas for the FBA Expo. Y'all
May
know
27th.
The Godcast. Y'all know we got the children's book coming out real soon. 7 the Superhero Volume 1. 7's Big Move. You guys can pre-order now at www.godcastbooks.com. And so that is our children's book, the first volume to our children's book series, based on my son 7. So it's just a fun book for young children, early readers, ages up to about 8, 9 years old, or whatever the case may be. And it's just fun stories, where 7 goes on these different adventures and learns life lessons. But the key to it is just clean fun for kids without no agenda attached to it. Don't have to worry about anything being snuck in there or them being bombarded and indoctrinated with any type of riffraff, because we see this a lot nowadays with our children's cartoons and our children's books and things of that nature. And so we're trying to counter that energy with our new series. So we want you guys, if you got kids, if you got nieces, nephews, grandkids, godchildren, whatever, grab this book, man. Your babies will love it. 7 the Superhero Volume 1, 7's Big Move. Just go to www.godcastbooks.com and place your orders today.
Yes, and also look at the cover. We have a complete Black family. So you don't see a book with a Black mother and just a child with no daddy. That's on purpose, y'all. Our Black fathers are very much involved in their children's lives. And so we want to also combat those narratives with this book as well.
Facts. So let me share this with y'all real quick before we get out of here. So y'all
also check out the ad. The ad is on both mine and Sincere's timeline, and as well on the website. When you go to the website, www.godcastbooks.com, you can see the ad as well.
Right. And also follow my son at 7 the Superhero on Instagram.
Yes.
Follow his page. He got the ads and stuff up there as well. But this is the cover to Volume 1 right here. How y'all like it?
Yeah.
Shout out to Crown 808.
Yes.
Shout out to Crown 808. So this is the cover right here for the new book. So we're going to be vending at the FBA Expo coming up May 27th. We're going to be vending down there. So if you guys are going to be in the building down there, you guys can purchase the book, get a signed copy in person. Meet us, meet 7. We all going to be in the building.
Yes.
But also you guys can place your orders today. Pre-order today.
Be the first to get it. Be the first to get it, and when you do get your hard copies, once they're available, we want you guys to tag Seven the Super Hero with your books. We getting ready for all that. It's gonna be super fun books. Again, make sure you guys are following Seven at Seven the Super Hero. This young man has been reading since he was a year old. So as soon as he could talk, he was already reading.
Right. Boom. Check it out.
Check out the ad.
Peace, God.
Hey, Dad. He's so good.
Hey, man, I got you a new book.
A new book?
Check it out. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. I'll be back. Man, this Bitcoin, this Ethereum ain't doing nothing for me right now. Gotta find some new investments.
Peace, God. What you doing?
Peace, God. Good.
I think this book is kind of inappropriate.
Inappropriate? What's up with it?
It's inappropriate because look at me.
LGBT. Oh man, I'm sorry about that, God.
I accept your apology.
Man, it's a shame, man. You can't even find no decent books for you nowadays without having to have these difficult conversations.
I have an idea. Maybe we should make a series of our own book.
A book series? That is a good idea.
7 volumes.
7, I get it. 7 volumes. What should we call it?
7 the Super Hero.
7 the Perfect. 7 the Super Hero.
And then maybe we could even make some bundles of it once we get to volume 3.
Oh, see, now you're thinking like a businessman. I like that idea, man. A foundational Black American children's series.
Perfect.
Visit www.godcastbooks.com and pre-order your book today.
There it is. There it is. Hey, yo, you know what? You said, Seven did a good job with the acting and all of that. He was ad-libbing some of that.
Was he?
Like some of that, like when he was talking about, okay, so they're going to be in the building. All right, we're going to see y'all down there in Dallas. When he said the thing about the bundles, like I didn't tell him to say that. That was him. Is that maybe we sell bundles, after we get to the 3rd volume. He said that part. He ad-libbed the part when he said, "Oh, I accept your apology." That was just him doing his little thing, man. So
look at my little man.
That's the young God right there.
Nephew.
All right, so you guys, man, make sure y'all place y'all orders, man. Once again, that's www.godcastbooks.com. Place your orders today. You will be the first one to get the book when it drops. Also, the Master's Table. The Master's Table.
Don't forget that.
The Master's Table, man. I really can't wait till y'all hear the Master's Table, man. The other day, because I hadn't listened to the songs for a while. Like some of the songs we've been made, been written and all of that. But RP is now putting the finishing touches as far as the mixing and mastering and all that. And then so we were trying to figure out the sequence. So I've been listening to it the last couple of days to figure out which order the songs are going to go in. And I'm like, oh, yo, these songs, like this album right here, man, we outdid ourselves, man. I ain't going to hold you. We outdid ourselves, man. So I can't wait till y'all hear it, man. All of the topics that we touching on, the music, you know what I'm saying? Like RP did his thing on the production, some of the live instrumentation. That's my favorite part about it. We added like a nice, like a jazz element to this album. You know what I'm saying? Something that I always wanted to do. I wanted to do for a long time, I should say. But yeah, so y'all can pre-order that now. Just go to www.themastersrsvp.com. Pre-order the Master's Table today. Those of you who already placed your orders, shout out to y'all.
Thank you.
If you already got your hoodies and stuff like that, we want to see y'all flicks. Take some flicks with y'all hoodies so we can repost y'all and stuff like that. And your CDs will be on the way very soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
Putting in those orders and stuff now. So as soon as we get it, y'all get it. All right.
Right. Also, make sure you guys are following both Sincere and I on Twitter. He is at SincereluvdaGod on all platforms. I'm on Instagram, nyctegur with the number 1 and without the 1 on Twitter. And also on Twitter, there's an appetizer, The Purge from Sincere's album. You guys can listen to that. Get you about 2-3 minutes of some fire. So make sure you're following me on Twitter.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I could send you anybody who wants the download link for that song. Just hit me up. I can send you the link so you can download it and have that as a nice little appetizer until the album drops. That joint is called The Purge. So just hit me up if you want to get a copy of that. If you guys are already placed your pre-orders and stuff like that, I'll be emailing y'all the download link for that song. Maybe tonight. I might do it tonight. But yeah, man, that does it for today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody checking us out on the replay. Again, make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe and do all of that good YouTube stuff. And we'll see y'all in a couple of days, man. I don't know what's going on this week, but we're working
Nothing
on
yet. We're working on it.
Working on getting some people booked. So for the Black Business Showcase, if you or anybody you know is an entrepreneur or business owner and would like to have your stuff featured on the Black Business Showcase, hit us up so we could get you guys booked to come on and chop it up with us. All right.
Hit me in the DM.
Yep. So yeah, man. Remember, family, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. With that being said, we out of here. Peace and Black love.
Most resilient, we poster children of prophecy fulfillment. We gotta be God's children.